If you think that it is impossible, just give it a try. I can't believe that I am debt free right now and then I have a positive net worth. I remember I was completely in debt, really, really in debt, over $70,000 in debt. And one time I listened to Dave Ramsey and he was talking about, you know, cutting off credit cards and pay them off and don't use them again. I realized that was a good idea and I did the same thing. I started driving Uber and pay off all my debts. And I realized that if I can use Uber to pay off my debt, I can do the same thing to build wealth. So that's what I've been doing. I've been maxing out my Roth IRA for 3 years now, just by driving Uber on the side. It's very easy. Just drive for a few hours on the weekends, make extra $250 every weekend, and invest that money. So if you do that, if someone can do that every weekend, just making $250 every week, that's about $1,000 a month. So if you invest that every month, that's $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year. That's a lot of money. A lot of people not able to save that kind of money every month in America. A lot of people are struggling to save money in America. So if you are able to save over $1,000, that's even greater. That's even better. You know, you're making great progress. So that's what I've been doing. I've been driving on the weekend because I'm not doing anything and use that money to invest. And now I do have a positive net worth. So last night I calculated my net worth and I have around $46,000. That's a good thing, just by driving Uber. You know, I have some money on my saving for emergency and save and invest. That's a great thing. I think I'm doing great. So my goal is to be financially in, um, financially independent in 10 years. I remember one time I was on YouTube, scrolling on YouTube and I found this podcast. I don't remember exactly. I think it was um Choose FI or another episode or another podcast where they were talking about fire. I'm like, fire? What is fire? And when I listened to it, they were talking about fire is financial independent and retire early. And I was hooked. Like, well, that's a good thing. If you can do that, just work and invest and so that you can retire early. I think this is something that I can do. And now that's what I'm working towards. Well, I don't want to retire early, but the FI part, the financial independent, that's what I'm aiming for because I think that's very good when you are financially independent and you work because you like to work, but you don't have to work. You have money to live your life. You can go on vacation whenever you want. That's wonderful because sometimes you don't feel like going to work. But the fact that you're not financially independent and you have debt, you can't do that. You have to go to work. I can't live like that. I feel like that's slavery. I don't have to go to work if I don't feel like going to work, even though I'm not lazy. I'm not lazy at all, but sometimes you don't feel like going to work. Sometimes you feel like taking a month vacation because you can't do that because you don't have money. And especially if you are in debt, you can't do that. That's not the kind of life that I want to live. I want to be able to live a good life, not a crazy life, a good life where money is not an issue for me. That's the kind of life that I want to live. I want to be able to fund my kids' college saving account, even though I don't have any kids yet. But my wife is pregnant, so hopefully she will have a healthy baby. And when that baby is born, we can save money so that that kid can go to college, so that we don't have to, well, that kid doesn't have to borrow money to go to school, because we're not doing that. We have no plan to do that whatsoever. We need to be able to invest our money, you know, open a custodial account for our kid, open a 529 account so that that kid can go to school, can go to college. That's our plan. We have no plan whatsoever to borrow money. Like I said, I'm driving a Toyota Corolla right now that has almost 400,000 miles on it, and I'm still driving that car. I have no plan whatsoever to um get rid of it because I don't want to be in debt. I don't want to, you know, stop investing and paying car loan. I don't want to do that because I feel like I am behind, even though I'm still young. I feel like I started late, but that's just me. That's in my head. I know that's not true, but that's how I feel. Because I feel like at my age, I should have had more money saved. But unfortunately, I was deeply in debt. That's one of the reasons why I don't really have a lot of money saved. But now, with that strategy where I can drive Uber on the weekend and make extra $250, $300, or if I want to, I can drive a little bit more, make another 400 or 500 a week, you know, and where I can invest that money. Can you imagine if I can make $500 a week? That's a lot of money. That's $2,000 to invest every month. That's a lot of money. Can you imagine if I'm able to save and invest that money every month for 5 years, 10 years? I think I'll be set. So that's my goal. I'll keep you guys updated every weekend or every Monday about my progress.